Hello everyone, Okuri Cappuccino here. So today we'll be looking at the courses, the next Champions meeting course to be exact, the Pisces-hai, which is gonna be held in Nagayama 2000 meters, a medium term. The course is gonna be right turns, the info is gonna be on the right side. So first off, we're gonna take a look at the courses and the course analysis, right? So yeah, let's go there first. And here we are in Nagayama race course. So we have the course layout like here. And we're gonna be looking at what our horse will be running on and what our Umamusume is gonna do and what is the strategy to go for these courses in particular. All right, so it's a 2000-meter horse which is gonna be starting here. This is the start place. I'm gonna mark it in S, and we're gonna be running for a little while until at like near the corner right here, right? So this is gonna be the start and the middle leg. I'm gonna start with M. All right, that's the middle leg, and then we're gonna be running along the corners like this. All right, and then until the next corner, which is the one. This is gonna be the start last leg. So I'm gonna mark it with an L like that. Take an L on that, and then we're gonna be running until the finish line, which is gonna be the post right here. I'm gonna mark with a G. That's gonna be a finish line, right? And yeah, it's in like that. So yeah, this is like the standard Nagayama courses. Like it's pretty much basics, I guess. So okay, let's starting with the last leg first. All right, so what does the last leg of this do? It starts at corner. So sales guy, right? Dober, Major Dober, and Major Ryan works really well in these courses. So every runner's gotta have to take a sales guy. Every betweeners and chasers gotta have to take Ryan and maybe Dober as well. But both is good, right? Always go for both if you can. But if you can only get one, get Ryan. The next thing to note is the 777 mark is around this part. This is the 77 mark. I'm gonna have to change the color of my pen. Okay, so this is the 77 marks. Yeah, I'm talking about Christmas Ogre, alright? So Christmas Ogre, again, she have her all procs before the last leg, and the speed gotta carry over, same usual stuff, right? So yeah, that's about it for this Ogre. But it's not just 777, right? So Umatu is also procs around here as well. Umatu is a skills, inheritance skill from Agnes Takian, which is a 2-star that you can afford easily. So in this course in particular, you want to have both 777 and Umatu and another 2 recovery that is pretty consistent. So yeah, the deal is you have to take both recovery for Christmas Ogre. 2 of them are any recovery that kind of procs and have a good chance of proxing, and these 2 to proc her off specifically. And yeah, that's gonna be the most effective way to use it. Christmas Ogre, and she's one of the most OP Umas, especially in medium like this one. All right. Okay. The next thing we're gonna talk about is the uphill, downhill, right? The uphill and the downhill is, I'm gonna mark with the red. The uphill is have a little bit here, a big chunk here. It's not a big uphill, but it's like a long uphill. It's not that big. Yeah, let's kind of allow that, I guess. And yeah, it has like near the end as well. So this is kind of what the uphill in Nagayama looks like. Nothing unusual. And the uphill skill is not gonna be affecting you that much, from what I understand. A position keep is here. Yep, I always forgot about this thing. Position keeps here. Fine with a P. Alright, that's about it for the horses. That's how you're gonna run it. So the strategy is to get sales guy or any like corner, last leg corners, acceleration, and a bunch of acceleration, and it piles them up. The thing is, this whole area, the final corner, is not gonna be good for acceleration. So initial flowers or any other acceleration skill that relies on final corner is not gonna work here. So don't bother taking it. Don't bother use initial flowers on your leaders or anything, because the last leg start here, not in the final corner, but on the third corner. Yeah, that's gonna be all the note that you have to know about the map, and I will see you in the next section of the videos. Okay, so after the course analysis, we want to have a look at which Umas you want to use in this Champions meeting. So yeah, as I said earlier, that same guy works, and the most OPs there's like two OP Zuma in this, right? The first one's gonna be the New Year Kida-san Black. New Year Kida-san Black. Her ult works perfectly on this causes, so I think she can rival Christmas Ogre in this Champions meeting in particular, and she will definitely dominate the Champions meeting as always. Not as always. This is gonna be the first time. Yeah, she's gonna be in the Champions meeting as a main, as a like a meta. She's gonna be the meta for the first time, and this is the first time you're gonna be using her like a lot of times in this. So if you own a New Year Kida-san Black, I highly recommend to use her now, because there's probably not much chance to use her. Alright, so and for those who don't have New Year Kida-san Black, you can go for, of course, Christmas Ogre, the same as always, right? Yeah, as I said in the card explanation, you have to get two, right? Maybe one of it is this, like this one's good, and then 3-7. We already have 3-7 here, and then you get Umatu from Agnes Takian as a parent, and then you get like any others recovery, that's fine, everything's good. Just get the 4 recovery that I listed, and then you will be fine. Okay, that's for the recap. Christmas Ogre. Those two are gonna be two of the most OP Zuma in the next Champions meeting. Okay, but what about the alternatives? What about like how do I counter those, or how do I win if I don't have those, right? So first off, okay, the runners, that's gonna be not as good as Kida-san Black, but might be compatible is of course the Valentine Bourbon. Right, you know how she works. She's one of the best runners in the game right now. Alright, that's gonna be one. And another runner that might have a chance of beating her is probably Shizuka. Okay, so about Shizuka, you are not really using her for the win. You're using her to lose, specifically because you have to counter New Year Kida-san somehow, right? Okay, considering that you don't use New Year Kida-san yourself, if you use New Year Kida-san yourself, you don't need Onige. But if you like, yeah, I'm not gonna use runner, I'm not gonna be winning with them, so I'm gonna try to counter them. Yeah, you can counter them by using like Silent Shizuka, build her good enough, being an Onige, or Turbo if you really want to use her. I think Shizuka is better than Turbo, just a little bit, but maybe Turbo is good, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, sometimes people just want Turbo. I don't know. Maybe Turbo fans can rise. I don't know. If you want to use her, go ahead. Build her Onige, and if you build her good enough, you can counter New Year Kida-san Black. But it's most likely a stat checks, to be honest. Okay. The next couple of choice gonna be pretty niche, I would say. It's not meta or whatsoever. Okay, so what do we have for like the player who like F2P or like the mask that like really easy to obtain, right? So I think the option that we have is gonna be Teo, I think. Okay, so the thing about Teo is the normal Teo got buff, right? This girl got buff, her all got buff. Think about it. She's pretty decent, especially in medium. I think she's like kinda good now. Her alt change make her procs pretty much more easier. Yeah, and yeah, good alt pro is gonna win you the game for the Teo. I think she's pretty decent. If you don't have any other alternative, go for it. You're gonna be pretty okay. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is special week. This girl got buff also. She got buff on the ultimate to be like the immediate speed boost. So her ult is greater, and she's good now. She's good enough to use, but she's not gonna win you every game. Just keep that in mind, alright? She's not like OP tier. She's usable, right? So she can be usable in the Champions meeting now. Her ultimate is a good parent to every leader as well. So if you want a good parent, building a special week is also a good option. Okay, so what next? Mr. Chibi, yeah, we need to talk about Mr. Chibi just for a little bit. Mr. Chibi is a decent chaser. Like, I think the meta is gonna be front heavy. Runners dominating, leaders dominating, Christmas Ogre dominating the front, right? So if you really want to use a chaser, I mean, Mr. Chibi is good, but the metas really goes for the runners and leaders more than Mr. Chibi, right? but still Mr. Chibi is have a pretty decent win rate. I would say she's got a pretty good win rate, and you can use her for chaser. But like again, if you're building a chaser but the horse is not start, the last leg doesn't start on straight, it start on corner, which means that the imminent shadows that she have is gonna be useless. You're probably not gonna take this. So it's one of the downside of using a chaser in this course, because she doesn't have the necessary skill for it, and one of her best skill got cancelled. so yeah, it doesn't work in this. So I wouldn't recommend Mr. Chibi, but if you like it and you want to try to use it, go for it. Okay, for the other choices, I don't think I have seen like a good choices. Yeah, but yeah, you can use whoever you want if you think they are good enough, right? But yeah, this is those that I mentioned is gonna be the meta for the next Champions meeting. But you can use whoever you want. You can use like someone you like or you love, or you just want to use CB or you want to use Turbo. Go ahead, as long as you have fun with the game, I think it's fine. Okay. Next up gonna be the deck, right? So we have to take a look at the deck that we're gonna be using. I have like 2 deck suggestions, but you can customize it to suit your needs, right? So first off, it's gonna be your standard speed and int deck. I will be borrowing Throne because I don't have Throne. So it's gonna be 2 speed, 2 int, and Throne. Ramon is pretty good in this. This course is because well, it's a simple speed skill that you can use in medium, right? So it's a gold speed skill. It's good. Ramon is like one of the most well sought out skills in the game for the next Champions meeting because it's medium. Alright. What guy is also a good one because well, if you are not really comfortable with your amount of like stamina, if like yeah, I think my stamina is a little bit too low. Yeah, you probably need around 700 stamina and 1 gold skills. If you don't have a gold skill, you probably need like 800 stamina. But yeah, so yeah, if you can afford that status, you probably want to low the status a little bit. You want to have like a 700, right? 700, and then get the Wildcard goals for the stamina, right? Because we also need power. The reason why it's better than Super Crease because we have to have someone with a good power training. I think Wildcard is pretty good, even if she's like level 30 or level 35. I think she's okay to use, even if the level is good. It's one of the few cards which is very good, even if you don't have the maximum break. Alright. Another alternative is El Bazaar. If you're like, yeah, I'm comfortable with my stamina, I think my stamina is enough, you can use like power El Bazaar just for the skills, right? It's a middle XP skill for the front, right? So if you're a leader or a runner and you want something, this one is gonna be a good skill as the alternatives. Right? You can switch them aloud as well. So if you try this in there, yeah, I think I got a little bit too much in, but I have a little bit too low on power. You can change this to a power guard as well, like a good power guard, maybe an SR on power guard. Like any power guard works. You can swap to go like this. So this is also a good one, a good deck. Okay. The next thing is gonna be a gas deck, which I don't really recommend to run, but if your gas cards are better than mine, I think this is gonna be decent, right? So what we'll be focusing on is most of the gas cards that have power bonuses, because you're gonna be inheritance the power and stamina in this deck in general. You want a lot more of this, by the way. You can do both. I think you can use your own Moon and then borrow Throne, or you can do something else. I guess you can just borrow Moon too. But yeah, it depends on what build you want to go for. But I think this is like one of the decent build. If you're not comfortable with this, try changing your speed guard to another int guard to increase your int and increase your speed at the same time. But you might run into a problem where you have low powers. Because you want to max out the power in this courses, so power is pretty important. You have to do something with the power before actually doing anything else. Yeah, and that's about it about the deck's recommendation, the master recommendation. If you have any question, drop it down below. If you like the videos and if you like what I'm doing, consider subscribe and then leave a like if you enjoy the videos. Comment if you have any question or have any suggestion that you would like me to do. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.